Hey there, Aroma Cats. Today I want to talk to you about the upper levels of the compensation plan. And I'm over here shaking up. I want you to go get yourself a Ningxia Red if you haven't had yours. Actually, I've already had mine, but I'm taking some extra because you're going to need it. You need a Ningxia Red. That's so yummy. hmm And then I want you to go get a Ningxia Nitro because this is going to boggle your brain. So you're going to need all the brain power you can possibly get. Get you a Ningxia Nitro, get you a shot of that. I actually like how this tastes. And then if you've got it, I want you to go get you a Ningxia Zing. I mean, you're going to have to really get everything firing up in that brain today because we are going to get our minds blown. Okay. Oh, God, I love Zing.
Sorry, Yahoo!
I got to have another one. Okay, so first things first, I want to remind everybody about the U.S. income disclosure statement. I'm going to shrink that down. Okay, I know that you guys have looked at this, but I want to look at it again. Okay, distributor, star, senior star, executive. Now, through the first two compensation plan classes, we've talked about all of the terminology like OGV, PGV, PV. We've talked about every rank up through executive. And we've talked about the KIT bonus and the fast start bonus and the rising star bonus. And I want you guys to look at, say, the average income of distributor, star, senior star, and executive. And I can say that that's pretty much average. Now, it's possible, if you look over here, executive, the highest pay that an executive has gotten is $12,139 for a month. So, I mean, it's possible to be at executive rank and still have, lots and lots of money. But just generally speaking, it's going to be about $500 average, $500 to $600. But I want you to look at what happens from executive to silver. Bam. That is, it like quadruples. So what happens? What happens to the pay? The rising star we were discussing, you get 6 shares, and that's an extra $300 that you can add to, your paycheck, and you could sign up a lot of people. You could sign up a bazillion people and have, your fast start bonus and your KIT bonus and make a lot. But what happens here with silver? And then look, it triples from silver to gold. It goes to 6,000 average, and then it more than doubles from gold to platinum to 15,000, and we're talking a month here. And I'm not even going to go into diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond. I'm going to save that for another class because this is going to be enough to get our minds wrapped around today. Okay, so just hang on to that. So what happens here? I've got another one of these up on my YouTube channel, but I think this time I'm just going to do it with some boards. So let's try that. Okay, first of all, let's talk about what do you need to have to be silver or gold or platinum. Let's review. To be a star, you have to have 500 OGV. To be senior star, you have to have $2,000 OGV. And to be executive, you have to have $4,000 OGV per month. And they added on the stipulation of 2 legs at 4,000. No, yes. No, executives, I'm sorry, 2 legs at 1,000 each. Y'all have to keep me honest here. Okay, now to go up to the next rank, silver, let's look at this. I've already pre-written this on a board. Silver is $10,000 OGV a month. And I think that's the hardest to get to. When I first thought about going to silver, I thought, oh my gosh, there's no way I could sell $10,000 in Young Living products in a month. Well, but the deal is I'm not doing it by myself. I am building a team. I have a team of people that are working with me. So it happens. So silver is 10,000 OGV, and you have to have 2 legs at $4,000 each. What does that mean? Essentially, well, that means to hit silver, I need to help 2 people in my organization, 2 legs, 2 separate legs, hit executive, essentially, right? So if you think of it and you break it down that way, you go, okay, great, I can do that. I can help because it's easier for me to help people, right? So I think I'm going to help 2 people get to executive. And then overall, as long as I have 10,000, I hit silver. Now gold, and jump in if you have a question. Gold is 35,000 OGV. And that means I have 3 legs at 6,000. And how am I going to do that? Well, remember that rising star bonus that I started with back in the day, back in the building of foundation days? Well, I have probably a good 6 legs and I was really working on 2 of those, maybe the 3rd one I was working, but I've got my legs all set up and ready to go. And if I'm training those people at the top of those legs start to pick up and go on their own. So gold, 3 legs are going to hit 6,000. So they're not quite silver themselves, but they're moving toward it. And platinum is 100,000 OGV in sales per month. And that just boggles my brain. If I didn't know someone who was platinum, and if I didn't watch her go from platinum to Royal Crown Diamond in like a year and a half, I wouldn't believe it's possible, but it is possible. I saw her do it. Because she had that good foundation built. And so it may take you a while if you're doing the Rising Star bonus. It may take you a while to get to silver, longer than if you just focused on 2 legs. But once you hit silver, you're rocking and you're rolling if you're doing this right. Okay, so let's talk about why does the pay jump so much at silver? Okay, but this is what you need for that qualification. Let me talk about, you get 2 different bonuses. Okay, when you hit silver, you don't get the Rising Star bonus anymore because you don't need it, because you're going to get 2 other bonuses at silver and above. The first one I want to talk to you about is the generation bonus. Okay, so first we need to talk about what is a generation. I guess you can think of your business as sort of like a family tree, if you will. So let's say this is you up here at the top of the little family tree. And let's say you have, here, let's just go with like 5 legs just to keep it simple. Okay. Let's say that you have somebody over here who is a star and you are silver. And you've got somebody here who is an executive. And let's say you've got somebody else here who's been working with you, I mean, just like almost in lockstep. It's been your best team builder. And right after you hit silver, that person hits silver. It happens. And maybe you've got somebody over here who's just been rocking and rolling like crazy and just surpassed you, and that person's already gold. And then you've got somebody else over here who's, say, like senior star. Okay, so this is what, I'm not going to draw all this stuff down here, but just say, this is what your organization looks like. You know, people, they've all got people under them, of course. So what is a generation? Well, the first thing is you have a personal generation. Okay, personal generation. That is, and I actually wrote this down. Where did I leave it? There's the question. I'll just tell you. Okay, your personal generation is everyone in your organization who is not ranked at silver or above. Okay, so what does that mean? That means this person is silver. Okay, that person and all the people underneath that person, that is not part of your personal generation. This person is at gold. That is not part of your personal generation. This is not silver, not silver, not silver. So this person's OGV plus this person's OGV plus this person's OGV, all of that is your personal generation. Okay, so instead of a rising star bonus, what they're going to give you is 2.5% of all of those people. This plus this plus this. Okay, now this bonus is on top of what you've been getting all along. You've been getting the kit bonus and the fast start bonus. And okay, you don't get the rising star anymore, but you do get the unilevel. And remember I said in the last class that your unilevel goes down 5 levels, and that's the maximum, all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. You're not going to get paid below level 5, the unilevel commission. And what is the unilevel commission? Level 1 is 8%, level 2 is 5%, level 3, 4, 5 is 4%. So that stays the same. But on top of that, they're going to give you 2.5% on everybody who is not silver above in your organization. So that's going to really rack up some extra bucks for you. Okay, well, what about these people? And think of it this way. It's not like, what do you mean they're not my personal generation? I like how Monique McLean, she describes it this way. She said, okay, it's like you have your organization and all of these people, they're in your house with you. They all live in the house with you. They're all yours. But as soon as somebody hits silver, they become their own generation. And really, Young Living is going to reward you because you raised a successful adult. You raised somebody to go out and be silver on her own or on his own. So back to, let's say, this person is silver, and maybe this person down here also hits silver. We've got some other stuff going over here. All right. And then maybe this person is gold, and maybe you've got a couple of silvers under the gold. Okay. Every time somebody hits, do you remember talking about levels? Levels and generations are not the same, because this would be like level 1, level 2, level 3. So I'm not talking about levels, but generations go from when the first person that hits silver in this leg, that is generation 2. And then when somebody under that person, oh, here, this gold, we're going to say is also generation 2. Everybody in this silver's organization is now not going to get 2.5%. Remember when they were figuring the personal generation, and I said that leg doesn't count, that leg doesn't count. It's because you're not going to get 2.5% on that generation. You are going to get 3% on other generations. So Young Living rewards you for helping people make the, like, move out on their own, become a silver on their own. Because once you've hit silver, at least for me, that silver paycheck pretty much replaces my teaching salary. I'm not there yet. That's why I'm doing other things. But that's, that's a livable salary when you hit silver. So when you help somebody hit silver, then that person becomes a generation. Where is the next generation? It goes down. You may have like several levels here, but you go down until you hit another silver or above, and then that is that is generation 3. Jump in with questions if you have them. I'm still doing my Ningxia here. Okay. Is that clear as mud? Let me say it again. So your personal generation is everyone in your organization that has not hit silver, that is not silver or above. And then the first group, the first person that hits silver, that's your, here, let me show you another one. Your Gen 2 might be, let's say, I'm really working with 3 legs, 2 really heavily, but let's say when I get this person to silver and this person to silver and this person to silver, those are going to be my Gen 2s. Now, let's say this one is my son, and I'm really working with Becky, and I'm really working with Angie, and I get that person to silver and that person to silver. Okay, then this is going to be Gen 3. And it doesn't go up from 3%. It's always going to be 3%, whether it's Gen 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you get bonuses then on those. Now, how much can you get paid?
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Hi.
Hey, Karen.
You look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Okay, when I was reviewing this thing, what I saw is that you only get paid on 2 silvers when you're a silver in your organization, and if you want to get paid on more than 2 silvers, you got to get
hit gold. Yeah, thank you.
That's gold in your organization. You don't get paid anymore on it until you get to gold.
Exactly. That's what I'm holding up right now. That's what I just grabbed. Yeah, exactly. So what Karen just said is absolutely true. So when you are silver, you get paid only on generations 2 and 3. So like she said, only 2 silvers, only generation 2 and generation 3. So if I keep going back and forth. So say if I get another silver down here, I'm going to get paid, and I'm just silver. I'm going to get paid on generation 2 and generation, I don't know if you can see that, and generation 3, but I don't get paid on generation 4. I don't get paid on that one. Not until I hit gold. When I hit gold, then I can get paid on generation 4. And I can't get paid on generation 5 until I hit platinum. But that's why it goes up, 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 up. So because your legs may be growing down, you know, as you're building your organization, hopefully the people under you are building organizations and those legs are going down, and you're only getting unilevel on the first 5 levels. Of course, but that's not that much, really. Not like this bonus or the other bonus I'm going to show you. So, and a generation may go down several levels. I mean, you may have a silver up here, and then you may have a lot of executives and senior stars. You know, I mean, shoot, may have like executive here, and then you have like a senior star, and then you have a star, and then you maybe have another senior star, and you know, the levels may go way, way down before you hit your other generation. I mean, you may have 20 levels in a generation. So the levels in the generations aren't necessarily the same. I mean, if they're stacking up like boom, boom, boom. But see, the way the legs go, the way Angie was asking me about, so what do they care if you're $30-something short in one leg? You know, that could keep me from hitting executive. But, you know, it's possible to have higher ranks below lower ranks because they haven't hit, you know, the legs that they need. So you just keep going down until you hit a silver or a gold or platinum or something like that. So each one of those is a generation. So on top of the unilevel commission that you get on the first 5 levels, you start to get this generation bonus. And that adds up. I mean, 2.5% and 3% may not seem like much, but with your organization out, it does start to add up. But now this is where
it adds up real nice.
Great. So I don't know what I have to just go on, like I said, like silvers that I know and platinums that I know because I haven't experienced it personally, but
it's coming.
But I'm getting to where, and I love Monique McLean. I've been watching her videos, and she published a book called The Compensation Plan, and I think she's from Texas too. She's like, y'all, she said, I'm a visual learner. She said, I just need you to just look at this. She said, put it in front of your face when you're putting on your makeup and brushing your teeth, and you just keep looking at it and looking at it. And honestly, I have done that with the compensation plan, just like trying to figure it out. And I'm really visual too. And I wish I could draw better pictures, but
they're wonderful, Karen. Good job.
And I couldn't find the thing that I used last time. The second bonus. Okay, so at this level, we've built a foundation. We have those bonuses, but now we are really building our business. So you get the generation bonus, and the second bonus you get is the generation leadership bonus. Okay, this is what really boggles my brain. Okay. I love these zings. I have to save them for special occasions or when I really need my brain working. Okay. Lindsay Teague Marina, who is the leader of the Lemon Droppers, when she spoke at convention, she said, she calls this her napkin math. She said, this is how I convinced my husband to get on board and let me do this. Her husband was a college president, was making good money, and he has since, of course, quit his job and joined her with the Lemon Droppers. But here's what she showed him. I think I'm going to have to stand up here. All right. Just like you get shares with the Rising Star bonus, with the Generation Leadership bonus, you also get shares. And these shares are worth about, she said, roughly $150. They go, I think, from $140 to $160. So when you hit silver, you get 1 share. And when you hit gold, you get 2 shares. When you hit platinum, you get 3 shares. And not just for you, but for everybody in your organization. When you hit, and I really don't want to talk about diamond and crown diamond and royal crown diamond because I can't even think that far ahead, but you get 4 shares for diamond, you get 5 shares for crown diamond, and you get 6 shares for royal crown diamond. Okay, so if you are Royal Crown Diamond and nobody else in your organization has anything, you're going to get $900 just for. Okay, but this is the napkin math that Lindsay T. Marino did with her husband. She said, okay, she said, I'm not even going to think about golds in the organization or platinums in the organization. She said, just what if you got all 6 of your legs, because you don't need more than 6 legs, but at the top of each of your 6 legs, each one of those people hit silver. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I set up my rising star. I've got 6 good legs, and each one of those people hits silver. She said, okay, six people times $150, that's going to add $900 to my check. Just right off the bat, just for being a good leader and helping my people get to silver. If all 6 of the top of my legs get to silver, I'm going to get $900.
Can I ask a question? I thought you still only got that bonus on 2 silvers.
This is a different bonus. This is the leadership bonus.
I know, but I thought you still only got it on 2 people at the silver level.
I don't think so. You just get so many shares. This is hypothetical. This would be if I had 6 silvers in my organization at the top. There's no limit. It's just however many you have in your organization, that's how many shares you get. So there are 2 bonuses at this upper level. The first one is the generation bonus, and that's the 2.5% or 3%. So that's one bonus. And the 2 silvers that we're talking about is like, yeah, you only get to go down 2 generations. So that bonus, yeah, you only get to go down 2 generations.
But you think you get paid at the silver level on every single silver in your organization?
Yes, you do. Let me share the screen.
Okay. I must not have watched that compensation plan enough. I think I only watched it about 3 times.
Oh God, I think I've watched them like 50. I don't know. I've been watching them for 2 years, like over and over and over. But let's see. But Lindsay Teague Marino helped me understand it the most. Let's see if I close this. Okay, let me see if I can open this and make it big enough where we can see it. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to point with my, maybe I can. No. Okay. This part right here where it says generation commission, that is what I was talking about with the 2.5 for your personal generation, and then 2 generations down when you're silver or like this. This is one bonus, and that's a percentage of their sales. So that's one bonus. This one over here, the generation leadership bonus, this is a different bonus, and it is it's like a profit sharing pool, and it's 6.25 of all Young Living's monthly commissionable sales, and it varies between 140 and 150. And Lindsay Teague Marino just chose 150 for demonstration purposes. So, yeah, Karen, you probably, when you look at your check stub, it'll say generation commission percentage will be one amount, and then there'll be another amount that says generation leadership bonus. And it will be, how many silvers are in your organization? 2?
Just Nora and me.
So you should get like $300 just because you have 2, you yourself and Nora. And then whenever you add each silver that you add, you'll get another 150. And so hypothetically, what she was saying is that, now I got to go back, wait, to make this big. Stop share. Sorry. Hypothetically, that's if you just have you and another silver, that'll be like 300. But if I can get everybody at the top of my legs to silver, I'm going to get $900 extra. And then if I go down to another level and assuming that each one of my 6 also gets 6 people, that would be 36 people, right? You'll have to check my math, right? Is that right, Angie? 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. 36 times 150 is $5,400. Angie's, I could read your lips there. Angie's like, holy yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I said. Now, that's a lot of silvers, but what happens, as you know, when you start building your organization, when I'm an executive, my people right under me are right behind me. You know, they're at like senior star, like Shanley's senior star, and like she's getting close to executive. Shanley is, so I can see where I'm going to hit, and then if I've been working all 6 legs across this way, they're going to hit pretty close behind me. And then if they are doing the same thing that I'm doing, but this is what I really need to emphasize, you've got to train your people to do what you are doing, or this doesn't work. Because there's no way that I could do all this by myself. No way. No way. But if you're training people to do what you're doing, like Sarah Harnish says, you know, train to train to, and it's duplicating, this is how Echo went from platinum to Royal Crown Diamond in a year and a half, is that she had a good foundation, and she trained people to do what she was doing. And of course, now I think they're really the exception. I think they went from like star to Royal Crown Diamond in like 3 years, which is pretty hard to do. But it's not impossible to do in too short of a time. But this just mainly shows the power of duplication, right? So if I can get that level 2 in my organization to help their peeps do the same thing, this is what it's doing for me. She said this bonus, she says this is what she said, the money is just insane. It's just crazy. Now, of course, as you're doing this, of course, you're ranking up. Now, and these numbers, okay, check this out. If you were to go down 7 generations, that would be 279,000 people. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that. So that would be hypothetically 41, okay, what we're talking here is a month, people, $41 million a month. And so when I look at how can, we talked about Jean Marie probably makes like probably 3 million a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
she told me she now has 900,000 people almost in her organization.
900,000. See, it's just that it snowballs so fast. And so these are 2 separate bonuses, really. And it would probably go even more than that. But when I look at that, I'm going to look at it again. I was like, I just want to keep looking at it. When I look at the, oh shoot, the, I don't know why that's under policies and not compensation plan, but whenever I look at this and I think, how on earth can they make that much money? It's because this is the way the bonuses are set up. Young Living has set up the compensation plan to reward those who help, you know, and teach people to go out and do this on their own. So for me, it's hard for me to imagine making $152,000 a month, but I bet I could give it away to some really good charities. Yeah. But that's, let's see, the high is $262,000 in a month. But look, you can be Royal Crown Diamond and only make $58,392 a month. Poor little Sang. But yeah. So at this level, you get 2 bonuses. You get a percentage of the OGV, and that's based on your generations, how far down. And you can only go down 2 generations for when you're silver. You can go down 3 when you're gold. You can go down 4 when you're platinum. And then you can't get 5, 6, and 7 until you hit Diamond, Crown Diamond, Royal Crown Diamond. And when you hit Royal Crown Diamond, you get a bonus 8th generation at only 1%. But you get the percentage of the OGV. That is one bonus. And then the second one is the leadership bonus. So if you are raising leaders, if the people below you are ranking up, then Young Living is going to reward you with roughly $150 for each silver and $300 for each gold. Well, $450 for each platinum. Wow. Yeah. So does that make sense? Sort of, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have some questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I think I know the answers, but I just want to be sure. Uh, okay, on the 2.5 you talked about originally, uh, do we get that? Okay, you said like, the next one down, we get 2.5%.
That's on
Now,
your personal generation. Yeah.
right, now, do we get that? Or, okay, let's just say it's you. Okay, you're the one that's getting it off of me, say. Do
Hmm.
you get it just off of my personal sales, or my whole legs, or my whole organization's personal sales?
Um, if you are a generation by yourself,
Well, I got a team.
have you moved out of my, if you've hit silver and moved out of my house, then I get you and your whole team. I get 3%.
Okay, so me, and if I have 100 people under me, you just don't get my sales. You
I
get
get
everybody's sales.
all the way down to your next silver.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Okay, and there is no limit then, by what you showed us there
Right.
on this leadership bonus. There is no limit on how many silvers
Right.
you get that bonus on.
Right.
Very
Or
good. Thank
golds
you.
or platinums or
Okay. Now, Karen, how many people did Karen just say? Karen, how many people did you say Jean Marie had in her organization?
She said she's up to close to 900,000 when I talked to her yesterday.
when
Wow.
I first
900,000 people?
oops,
Yeah.
I got Nisha Red on my.
I think that's just
They're either
fantastic.
people or cats. I don't know. They might be aroma cats.
Well, that's phenomenal. But here's the only question I have about that, or the only thing I got to say about that. When we were doing our, you were trying to get her to send you some prizes for us, and she wasn't coming across. She got no excuse not to come across with that many people.
Or maybe she does. You're going to send prizes to 900,000 people?
No, but Karen's got a big organization. The Dream Builders is big, and so remember when we were doing our game plan, Karen asked. She said she had asked Jean Marie to send some prizes for us, and all that. It's like, hey, that's a tax write-off. You got that many peeps, you probably have a tax write-off. So give them Dream Builders some prizes there, woman.
Yeah. She
Look
does.
what-
She gave us prizes at convention. She gave us some nice gifts. Yeah.
And
Yes.
didn't you all get the flyers she sent out about supporting people with worry issues?
I don't recall it.
I don't think I got that.
Oh, okay, maybe she didn't send it to everybody because I just got it last week.
Okay.
It was a flyer and a brochure.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I thought she sent it to the whole organization, but I'll ask her. She wants to meet with me again this week, so cool.
Well, I'm just, oops.
I'm just telling you, if I had 900,000 people and somebody like you had how many Dream Builders, 700, 600, 500, I'd give you surprises.
She probably will when we get to convention. Yeah, she's pretty generous. But anyway, but mainly, it's just, I think it's important to see where you're going. I mean, from the time that you're just a distributor and you say, okay, I got to be hit star, and then I'm gonna hit senior star, and work on that, building a good foundation for a bigger business. Why not build it for a bigger business? Don't just set your sights, to me, don't just set your sight on silver.
Right.
Look all the way up. Why not?
Well, I think this was phenomenal because when you sit there and you look at it yourself and you really don't understand it, it's like, how am I ever going to make that much money? Or how can I ever really sustain myself? But, I'm going to have to sell 5 a day. But when you look at it like this, you do have to sell. Don't get me wrong, and sell as many as you can. But this shows us the power of the teamwork.
Exactly. That's
and
it.
the
You can't.
duplication, and it gives us encouragement. Oh, well, this is possible this way.
It is possible. Yeah. But
Very
only
possible.
through, it's completely possible. It's just that you've got to train your people.
You got to take care of your peeps, all right? You got to train them and spoon feed them and burp them and change their diapers. And, like, ask Karen. She knows. I used to drive her crazy.
Oh, I know. Me too. I've
now
asked
I drive this Karen crazy.
But the compensation plan can be really mind-boggling. So
It's
especially
difficult.
this part to me, the first part was a little tricky, but when I started looking at this, I thought, ugh. My goodness, that's a lot. But, and it probably would help if I could show you, and it may be a little embarrassing. It'd probably be a lot embarrassing.
We're
But
going to embarrass yourself.
I'll show you my, I'll show you my terrible little commission check. But it might make it easier. Okay, I don't have very much. Where's my biggest commission check? Here's my, I didn't do crap last year. Oh, here. February 2016, 2 years ago, I did all right. Let's see. But see, here's how it breaks down. If I had it, Karen. The Rising Star Team Bonus, see, I only had like 3 legs, so I got 50. The Unilevel, my biggest part was the Fast Start, which is why, again, I want to remind everybody, get people on Essential Rewards so that you can get that 25%. So the biggest part of my check was the Fast Start bonus. Wow. And then the Unilevel, and then the Rising Star was just 50. But if I were silver, here's where the other stuff would be. Okay, what I was talking about, personal generation, see, that's one bonus. And like how many generations you've, okay, I mean, your personal generation, that's you plus everybody that's not silver or above. And then they give you 2.5% on that. And then on this one, generations, that's the people, the silvers under you and their whole organization, like Angie was asking.
So that's 3%, which is 0.5% more.
Yeah.
Not an additional 3 on top of the 2.5.
Right, right. Because they've already taken that 2.5 out, and that's your personal generation. And then on the other part, they'll give you 3. And then the generation leadership bonus, that's this one. That's the one that's roughly 150 per leader. And then we'll do another one on the Diamond Express profit. So when you hit diamonds, you start getting other bonuses on top of everything else. So,
well, yeah, I think when you get that high, you can pay somebody to figure it out for you.
But it's a really generous compensation plan, and it's just important to know. Oh, yeah, look, this is interesting. My OGV for this month, look, how much is it? For this check, this is my biggest check, and my OGV was only $4,246. My OGV is higher now, but my paycheck is less because I'm not signing people up.
Oh, because of the Fast Start and the Rising Star bonuses?
Exactly, exactly.
So those bonuses really are important.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really important to get people order. Yeah, the biggest part of this check, more than half of it, was Fast Start bonus, and I got $100 for the kit. See, so a big part of it on level 1. So these were the people. Yeah, this is right after I kind of gotten started. So yeah, so it's signing. So to make money, you got to sign people up, and then the next thing that you can do at the building a foundation after you sign people up is to start structuring your organization into 3 legs. You get $50, 3 legs of 300. I mean, if you do that Rising Star bonus, you're still going to have just $4,000, what you need for executive. But if you, instead of having it all over the place, if you do it 2 legs of 1,000, 2 legs of 500, and 3 legs of 300 plus some others, that's 4,000 arranged in a way that's going to get you an extra up to $300. So do that. And then you've got your 2 legs of 1,000, and then you're working on those for silver to make those your 2 legs at 4,000.
Okay, now when you start getting into these legs for ranking, it always says you got to have 1,000 personal volume in addition to this, right? So
yeah.
What is that? I mean, is that just those are people you directly signed up?
Well, the Rising Star bonus has you do 7 legs instead of 6, and you don't really need more than 6 legs. Or remember when we were doing game plan and Sarah Harnish was talking about the PGV, it doesn't hurt. She said you could put people out wide, to get that $1,000, but the Rising Stars got you doing 300, 300, 500, 500. Oh, I'm sorry. It's got you doing an extra leg is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that extra leg can be your PGV of 1,000.
So all the legs in the world don't matter if you don't have 1,000 PVG. And you can have 10,000 PVG, but if you don't have enough legs, it doesn't matter either.
Right.
Well,
So
That's kind of weird.
those are the people that are just, maybe they're just directly underneath you. You know,
yeah,
they're
like
not on any team.
what I would do is
okay.
I would put those in like some little legs over here that don't count for anything. This is almost 1,000 PGV, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. And then these can be your qualifying legs. You only those 4 legs can get you all the way up to platinum. Is that right? You need 3 legs for gold and 4 legs for platinum. Yeah, this can be your PGV here. And this could take you all the way up to platinum, and then you can build another couple of legs.
So like if you're going to do that, Karen, okay, like these 300 you show here, maybe there are people that you know from the get-go aren't going to be business builders,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just going to order product.
Yeah.
And then these other dudes over here, they're going to be business builders, or to some extent.
Yeah. Now, personally, I would rather than just putting them out wide, I think I'd rather group them into little groups like this just to get the $50 bonus at the beginning. But you could put them all out under you wide if you wanted. That's what Sarah Harnish says, I think. She says, just put the first 10 people out wide.
Well, I would think
I
you'd
wouldn't do
want
that,
them
but-
under you. I'm just saying you got to have 1,000 PVG to go anywhere. So
Not until you're silver. That doesn't matter until you're silver.
really,
Yeah, but it can hold you back. You might have your two legs for silver, you know, your 2 legs of 4,000 each, and then your other 2,000. But if you don't have your 1,000 PGV, then you can't qualify. Right,
Okay.
Karen? You got to
Right.
have 1,000 PGV, and that could hold you back. You might have your legs, but if you don't have your 1,000 PGV besides your qualifying legs,
yeah.
then
So you just got to really be careful when you structure your organization that you support both your PVG as well as your group legs, your legs ranking, right?
Mhm.
You know what? You got to really study this. And I mean, you know,
You do.
I don't consider myself stupid, but I mean, I'm going to have to go back and look at all this again. I'm going to watch your videos again
Mhm.
and really, really pay attention when the phone's not ringing and the UPS guy's not knocking on the door and all that stuff, and try to put this together. It cannot be that complex, but it is. I mean, it's like
It can be. There's so many different factors. That's all.
all the different terminologies, and if, when, if, or, you know.
Yeah. That's
But-
why I wanted to break it. And this one, I leveled this 201, and I don't even want anybody to look at it until they're like executive or senior star, because I
Yeah.
think it's kind of mind-boggling. I think I just want to say like, do this first,
Yeah.
and then you can look at when you get to like senior star, you can look and say, oh, okay, I can see where that's going to go.
Sure.
And then when
Well,
you
either
hit,
way, it's good.
yeah, I don't know, but it can just be overwhelming. So, just how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time?
Good
Well,
point.
thank you for all the diagrams and visuals. That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
I've looked at those videos in the
Virtual office.
in the virtual office. I don't know how many times, and then I really like that Monique McLean. She's pretty good too. And I thought about buying that little book that she wrote because I am really visual. But since I joined that, I'm going to plug it one more time because you've got 2 more days to join the Rhino Up 365 at $20 a month instead of $29. But I watched I think all of her videos are on YouTube though too. Monique McLean. They're the ones that are like pink and dots and green, you know.
It's called Rhino Up 365.
Yeah, that's Echo's group.
And what does that do?
It's like a team building, training, inspirational kind of group.
Okay.
So, but I can't share what she's sharing with us. I can regurgitate some of it, but I can't. Yeah, but I just love her. I really connected with her. I first met her at a convention the first time at the elevator, and I started following her. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, thank you, Karen.
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
So I don't know what. Oh, I guess I'm still recording. Coming up, who knows what kind of training? I'll be doing some kind of team training this week, but I haven't really decided yet, and I haven't even gotten all my events made for February yet. But anyway, but I'm going to do some more training on. Angie, what do you need? Okay, we've done FDA compliance, compensation plan. Actually, Echo just put something in. I haven't had a chance to look all the way through it, but it's what they use in their tribe. Like when they get a new builder, it's like a whole thing. Do this, do this, do this, do this, which is kind of what I was trying to do. It's like, oh, look, she did it. So I'm going to go look through that. And she said we could use some of that. So that's kind of what I have in mind. I think I'm going to make a separate Facebook group just for people star and above, or people, people who are serious about building the business and do more of the business stuff in there. But I'm working on this curriculum. That's the ideas I had. I guess she's already done it, but it's like, this is the first thing you need to do. This is the second thing, kind of like my own little university.
Kind of like your own syllabus.
Yeah, like my own syllabus.
Yes.
Do this, then do this.
You know what? I think that's good, because I think that's what happens from the things that I've been reading and watching. What happens is we sign them up, we get the fast start bonus, or we get the $50, and then we just let them go graze like cattle, and they don't know what to do with the oils. Well, they're pretty, but and oh boy, that new dot diffuser sure is cool looking. And they really need somebody to step in and say, okay, this is what I mean. Oh, you're still recording. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. But yeah, but I want to do like something for builders, and then we also need something for customers, who don't want to do the business, but like, okay, if you're an oily user, it's like, yeah, do you use oils? Let me tell you, you use this oil, the next oil you need to get. You just think you know oils. You tried this Zing stuff yet? Ooh, yeah. But there might need to be like a progression of how to get people using more of the products. Yeah. So if I could get that and figure out how to put it in one place so people could just go and click through it and make it easy instead of because right now I've got videos all over the place and they just need to be like together. But I have to figure out how to do. Well, I've got them on YouTube. Yeah, but still, they'd have to sort through, like, which one do I watch first? If I could group them better.
Yeah. You can create playlists on YouTube.
Maybe that would be good. I need to figure out how to do that.
And maybe that's where their team leader comes, whoever their leg leader is or whatever, whoever they're under needs to hold their hand and say, hey, I recommend you watch this and that, or
well, that's true.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like Michelle, I got to find out what her deal is. We're still recording. Never mind.
I'm going to turn this off. Okay. Thanks. See you guys later.